to Maths Gyan Academy. Today we will do Chapter 1 Forces Acting at a Point. The learning objectives of the today's session will be: first one, we will do resultant and component of forces. What are the resultant of forces and what is the definition of component of forces? Then we will take parallelogram law of forces. Next topic will be derivation of magnitude and direction of resultant of forces. Then we will consider certain special cases and a few examples. First topic is resultant and component of forces. Suppose there is some rigid body and a few forces are acting on this rigid body. Then any single force which gives the same effect as these system of forces is called resultant of the system of forces, and these different forces, system of forces, are called as components of resultant of forces. Then parallelogram law of forces. If two force act at a point, अगर ये दो फोर्स इस तरह से हैं कि वो एक ही पॉइंट पर एक्ट कर रहे हैं, if they are acting at a single point, say two forces P and Q are represented in magnitude and direction by the two sides of a parallelogram, और इनका जो ये इस तरह से रिप्रेजेंट करती हैं कि इनका मैग्नीट्यूड दो साइड्स के द्वारा रिप्रेजेंटेड है, पैरेललोग्राम की दो साइड्स के द्वारा, OA and OB produce this into a parallelogram OACB. Then the diagonal of this parallelogram from the same angular point O will give the resultant of the forces P and Q, and the magnitude of this resultant R will be given by the formula R is equal to root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos alpha, and the direction of this force will be given by the formula theta is equal to tangent inverse Q sin alpha P plus Q cos alpha. Here alpha is the angle between the two forces P and Q, and the theta is the angle between the resultant force R and P. If phi is the angle which this resultant makes with the OC, here it should be OC. If phi is the angle which this resultant makes with OC, OB is, if the phi is the angle which this resultant makes with the line OB, then phi will be given by tangent inverse P sin alpha by Q plus P cos alpha. Now the two forces P and Q can be represented by the side OB and OA of the parallelogram in two ways. This alpha angle may be an acute angle or may be an obtuse angle, like the here in this second figure. This is figure 1 and this is figure 2. Here length OB is equal to length AC. OB and AC, value of OB and value of AC, OB is equal to AC is equal to Q. In both the cases, OB is equal to AC is equal to Q. Also in the triangle ADC, here AD can be written here, this angle is, since this angle is alpha and this is a parallelogram, so this angle will also be equal to alpha. It will be same as this angle, and this angle is and since this side has been produced, OA has been produced to AD, and DC has been dropped such that DC is perpendicular to OD. DC is perpendicular to OD. Here also this DC has been dropped as a perpendicular on the line OA. DC is perpendicular to OA. In figure 1 we have uh, OD can be written as OD can be written as OA plus AD, and which can be further written as OA plus AD divided by AC into AC. The value of OA is, this value of OA is P. So this can be written as P plus AD by AC. AD is base of triangle. AD is base of triangle ADC, and AC is hypotenuse in this triangle. So this can be written as AD by AC can be written as cos of alpha. Base upon hypotenuse is cos of alpha, and AC is, value of AC is Q. And in figure 2 we have OD is equal to, this OD equals OA minus AD, which can be further written as OA minus AD by AC into AC. This AD by AC, AD is base and AC is hypotenuse in this triangle CDA. Again here, but here this angle, since this angle is alpha, this angle DAC is equal to 180 minus alpha, because corresponding the sum of corresponding angles, adjacent angles in a parallelogram is 180 degrees. So this angle will be equal to 180 minus alpha. So you can write it like this: OA minus cos 180 minus alpha into AC. OA is, value of OA is P, and cos 180 minus alpha is minus cos alpha, so this will becomes equal to cos of alpha, and AC is again, value of AC is Q. So in both the cases, value of OD comes out to be P plus Q cos alpha. In triangle A, now in triangle ODC, in both the cases, since OC is hypotenuse, using Pythagoras theorem, we can have OC square is equal to OD square plus DC square. OC, value of OC is R, so R square can be written as OD, value of OD is, we have calculated just now, P plus Q cos alpha in both the cases, whole square. And value of DC here can, now here DC can be written as, in this case, DC divided by AC upon AC, and AC is Q, so, and DC is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. The value of perpendicular upon hypotenuse is written as sine of alpha in this case, sine alpha. AC is Q, so this can be written as Q sine alpha in both the cases. In second case, value of this DC here DC upon AC into AC. This can be written as DC upon AC is sine 180 minus alpha. Sine 180 minus alpha into AC. Sine 180 minus alpha is again sine alpha into Q. So in both the cases, this value comes out to be Q sine alpha whole square. Now we have to find this angle theta. Also, tangent theta can be written as in triangle OCD. In both the cases, the value of tangent theta by the formula Pandit Bhola Prasad Har Har Bhole Sona Chandi Tole. You can use this memory trick to learn the T ratio. Tangent theta is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular here is DC and base is OD. DC upon OD. DC, the value of DC we have calculated as Q sine alpha, and the value of OD we have calculated as P plus Q cos alpha. So for both the cases, the value of theta is tangent inverse Q sine alpha by P plus Q cos alpha. So this is the formula. So we will use this formula for calculating the direction, and the formula this R is equal to root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos alpha. On simplification, this formula will convert into this formula. Now we will take some special cases if two forces P and Q are perpendicular. और यदि दोनों forces P और Q आपस में perpendicular है, perpendicular means जो उनके बीच में angle है अल्फा उसकी वैल्यू पाई बाय 2 है, then our resultant is given by root P square plus Q square. अब देखिए हमने जो रिजल्टेंट R का जो फॉर्मूला निकाला है R, this value is equal to root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos alpha. Cos alpha, alpha here is pi by 2, so you will write cos pi by 2. Now what is the value of cos pi by 2? Cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. Also, what is the value of sin pi by 2? Value of sin pi by 2 is 1. So putting this value of cos pi by 2, we get R is equal to P square plus Q square. Next we have to calculate this theta. Now the value of tangent theta is given by the formula Q sin alpha. Here sin alpha is pi by 2 divided by P plus Q cos alpha. Again value of sin pi by 2 is 1. So this comes out to be Q, and value of cos pi by 2 is 0. So this comes out to be P. So theta can be written as tangent inverse Q divided by P. Next special case is if two forces are equal. यदि दोनों forces P और Q आपस में equal हैं, if P is equal to Q, then and R is given by the formula R, we have to calculate R as 2P cos alpha by 2. Here P, now we know that R is given by the formula P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of alpha. Here in this case, since P is equal to Q, so you can write it like this: P square plus 2P square. P is equal to Q here again, cos of alpha. Adding these P square plus P square, we get root 2P square plus 2P square cos alpha. Now 2P square is common in both. You can write it like this: root 2P outside this, 1 plus cos alpha. Now 1 plus cos alpha can be written as 2 cos square. This can be written as 2 cos square alpha by 2. Again this can be written as root 2P, again root 2 cos alpha by 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2P cos alpha by 2. So this will be the value of resultant if P is equal to Q. Now we have to calculate theta as alpha by 2. The formula for theta is equal to tangent inverse q sin alpha divided by p plus q cos alpha. So here tangent inverse, since q is equal to p, both are same, so you can write it like this: q sin alpha divided by q plus q cos alpha. Q getting common, cancelling it, we get tangent inverse sin alpha by 1 plus cos alpha. Now the value of sin alpha can be written as 2 sin alpha by 2 into cos alpha by 2, which can be further written as 1 plus cos alpha can be written as 2 cos square alpha by 2. So 2 getting cancelled with 2, this cos cancelling with this, we get theta is equal to tangent inverse tangent alpha by 2. This cancel with this, we get theta is equal to alpha by 2. So in this case, अगर p q के बराबर है तो resultant is given by 2p cos alpha by 2. The direction will be given as alpha by 2. Now the next case is if p is greater than q, then we have to show that direction theta is less than half of the angle to which the two forces are inclined. So here it is given P is greater than Q. Adding Q, now adding Q cos alpha on both the sides. Q cos alpha on both the sides. Again dividing by Q sin alpha on both the sides. Now here Q getting common in both denominator and numerator, we will cancel it out. So this can, and by inverting this, we get q sin alpha divided by p plus q cos alpha less than, here cancelling q, we get sin alpha by 1 plus cos alpha. Here this can be written as 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2, and 1 plus cos alpha can be written as 2 cos square alpha by 2. So this getting cancelled, we are left with sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2, that is tangent alpha by 2, and this is the formula for tangent of theta. So in both the cases, so we from here we get theta is less than alpha by 2. तो यहाँ पर हमने शो कर दिया, यदि दो फोर्सेस जो आपस में इंक्लाइंड हैं, अगर P is greater, if P is greater force and Q is the smaller force in magnitude, then the angle of inclination of the resultant are, this you can see clearly, alpha by 2 से theta की वैल्यू जो है, this is smaller. Next is the resultant of two forces acting at a point is maximum when they act in the same direction. दो forces यदि same direction में act कर रहे हैं, मतलब if the two forces are acting in the, say this is P force and this one is Q force, then their resultant is equal to their sum. Clearly here you can see their resultant R is equal to P plus Q. Since the two forces are inclined to the same direction, are inclined in the same direction, it means the angle alpha is equal to 0. So the formula for R, which we are having, P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos alpha, cos 0, alpha is 0, cos 0 is 1. So this will be automatically reduced into p square plus q square plus 2pq, which is the formula for root p plus q whole square, which getting cancelled. So resultant is equal to p plus q. The resultant of two forces acting at a point is minimum when they act in the opposite direction. Similarly, यदि दोनों forces opposite direction में हैं, say this is P and this is Q. Here alpha, the value of alpha is 180 degree. So here in this case, resultant will be equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of 180 degree, and cos of 180 degree is equal to -1. So you will get P square plus Q square minus 2PQ, which is equal to P minus Q whole square. So cancelling this, we get resultant R is equal to P minus Q. And this will be directed, the resultant R is directed towards the direction of the force which is maximum in magnitude. Next, we will take certain examples. Find the magnitude and direction of the resultant of two forces of magnitudes 12 Newton and 14 Newton. Here in this case, P is one of the force P is 12 Newton and the second force is 14 Newton. So here we can write the value of P is equal to 14 Newton and the value of the second force is, P is 12 Newton and Q is 14 Newton. You have to find magnitude, that it means you have to find R. हमें R find out करना है और दूसरा क्या पूछा है इसमें, you have to find its direction. Direction means we have to find theta of the resultant of two forces. ठीक है, acting at a point, जो कि एक ही पॉइंट पर एक्ट कर रही हैं दोनों फोर्सेस. तो यहाँ पे पैरेललोग्राम लॉ ऑफ फोर्सेस वाली कंडीशन भी सेटिस्फाई हो रही है कि P और Q जो दो फोर्सेस हैं, they are acting at a point, at a single point O and inclined to each other at an angle of 45 degree. और दोनों के बीच में जो एंगल है अल्फा, that is equal to 45 degree. तो रिजल्टेंट का फॉर्मूला हम लगा देंगे इसमें, R is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of alpha. Here alpha is equal to 45 degree. So writing the value of alpha as 45 degree. Now we know that cos 45, value of cos 45 degree is equal to 1 by root 2. You can put the values. Here P is 12, 12 whole square plus Q is 14 whole square plus 2 into 12 into 14 into cos 45 degrees 1 by root 2. And on simplification, this comes out to be 144 plus 196 plus 2 into, so this is 24 into 14 by 1 by root. You can simplify this and this comes out to be 24.03 newtons. Then we have to calculate theta. So here theta is given by the formula tangent inverse Q sin alpha. Here alpha is 45 degree, Q sin 45 degree divided by P plus Q cos 45 degree. Now value of sin 45 degree is also 1 by root 2. So putting the values, tangent inverse Q is 14, sin 45 degree is 1 by root 2 and P is 12 plus 14, 1 by root 2, and simplifying this we get the value as 0.45. So thus we have calculated the magnitude R and the angle theta. Next example we will take today is example 2. Two forces P and 2P act on a particle. दो forces हैं P and Q. अब इसमें जो P है, this is one of the forces here 2P. If this force is P and the second force is 2P, they act on a particle. एक particle O पर act कर रहे हैं. If the first be double, अब इसने बोला है यदि first जो है उसको हम double कर दें, if P becomes 2P and the second increased by 10 kg weight, second को हमने increase कर दिया 2P plus 10. The direction of the resultant is unaltered. Means अगर एंगल अल्फा है पहली केस में तो दूसरे केस में भी एंगल क्या रहेगा? The direction of the resultant is unaltered. It is saying अल्फा डिफरेंट हो सकता है, अल्फा may be different. Here he is saying that this alpha may be different, but the angle of inclination of the resultant R is unaltered. This angle theta remains the same in both the cases. He is saying this. There is no change in this angle theta. So for here, you will have to, you can complete that parallelogram. Now the formula for tangent theta, you can suppose it like this. First force in the first case, P is equal to P and Q is equal to 2P. But in the second case, we are having P is equal to 2P. P has become doubled and Q has become 2P plus 10. So the formula for tangent theta, here in this case, we have the formula Q sin alpha divided by P plus Q cos alpha. In this case, since it has nothing has been said about angle of inclination of the two forces, so you can assume both as alpha. Here also the tangent theta, we will have the same formula, but the forces will be different in both the cases. This is P dash, right? In first case P is P. So putting the values for the first case, we have Q की जगह आ जाएगा 2P sin alpha और P is P and the value of Q is 2P cos alpha. Here in this case, the value here we will have tangent theta as Q dash sin alpha divided by P dash plus Q dash cos alpha. Here in this case, the value of Q dash is 2P plus 10 sin alpha divided by P dash is 2P and Q dash is 2P plus 10 cos alpha. Now since both the value of tangent theta are same, so you can equate these two expressions. By equating these two expressions, you get the expression 2P sin alpha divided by P plus 2P cos alpha is equal to 2P plus 10 sin alpha divided by 2P plus 2P plus 10 cos alpha. Here in the first case, you see P is getting common, you can cancel this out. So we get this expression as 2 sin alpha और P cancel out हो गया तो यहाँ से बचा 1 plus 2 cos alpha. In the second case, देखो यहाँ पे 2P plus 10 है और sin, देखो यहाँ से बचेगा P, 2 कैंसिल आउट हो रहा है इसमें, ये बचेगा P plus 5 sin alpha डिवाइडेड बाय 2 कैंसिल आउट करेंगे, ये बचेगा P plus 5 cos alpha. अब देखो दोनों साइड पे sin alpha सेम है, you can cancel this out and by cross multiplication you get 2p plus 10 cos alpha, यहाँ बचा 2p plus 10 cos alpha, और इस साइड पे ये इसको मल्टीप्लाई करोगे p plus 5 से, p से मल्टीप्लाई करें तो ये बचेगा, बनेगा p plus 5 into 2 10 cos alpha, और दूसरे केस में p से पहले p से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, दिस बिकम्स p plus 2p cos alpha, और जब 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे ये बनेगा 5 plus 5 into 2 10 cos alpha। अब देखो ये टर्म 2p cos alpha और 10 cos alpha दोनों तरफ है, तो ये हम आपस में कैंसिल आउट कर सकते हैं। यहाँ से बचा 2p is equal to p plus 5, 2p minus p is p, so p is equal to 5. The value of p is, in this case, is 5 kilogram weight. You can write the unit as 5 kilogram weight.